I'm going to show you how we can use radio buttons in Material UI React. First thing that we have to do is to import that component. It's called radio. So it's showing this Visual Studio code is showing me that radio component. So if I click on it, then you can see that it is imported from this Material UI core. Let me create one div here, and we can simply add the radio buttons inside a div. So give one value to each of the radio buttons. So let me give it as 1, and also we can add if it is currently checked or not using this check property. If I give it as true, then it will be checked, and if I give it as false, then it's not checked. Let me add 2 more. We change the value as 2 and 3. We change it as false. Now let me restart the app. You can see that these 3 buttons were created. So if I click on any of these buttons, it will do nothing, because for that we need to write this on sense. Let me create one for the here. So suppose it is selected and selected. Let's change the state of this selected variable as 1, and one radio button will be checked if the value of selected is equal to 1. Similarly, for the second one, let me change it as if it is selected to true 2, then it will be selected. Similarly, for the third one, if it is 3, then it will be selected. So on sense. So here I'm going to change the value of this selected. So for that, let me create one new function, selection sense handler. So it will get one event, and from that event it will change the selected value. Set selected, that it will get the event dot target dot value. So basically I'm going to call this one in on sense. So it will get this value from this radio button, and it will set that value for the selected. For the first radio button, it will change it to 1. So the first one will got selected. Same on sense value, let me add it for all these radio buttons. So if I click on any of these buttons, okay, let me check it. Okay, I need to change it to selection sense handler. So if I save it, now you can see that it selects only one button at a time, because we are using this selected property, and based on that it selects only one button. We can also give one style to a button. So if I write it as style here, so I can give the color. So let me give some different color. If I save it, then you can see that the color of this radio button is changed. You can give the size of one radio button. So let me change the size. We have 2 different size, one is medium, another one is small. Medium is the default one. If I change the middle one as small, then it changes to small. The way to use radio buttons is by using with form control. So let me import form control. Also I need to import this radio group. We can put some radio buttons inside the radio group instead of writing all these functions and these values here. So let me remove this one. Let me remove this div as well. So here I can write this form control, and I can write one radio group here, and for each radio group I can write from control level. I can give one value for this one, like the same previously we did it for radio button. So we have also one more property, it's called control. Here we can pass on the radio button, radio, and also we can give one level for its form control. Let me edit this first. Now I'm gonna copy paste this for 3 times. For the second one it's second level, let me change it as second selection, and for the third one it's third selection. That we previously added in for each of these radio buttons, we can edit in the radio group. It's same as selected. For the on sense also we can write it here directly, we don't have to write it for each of these radio buttons. So it's same as the previous one. So now if I save it, then you can see that we have this level and also we have this radio buttons. We can also change the radio group placements of these radio buttons. So if I change it as row, then you can see that these are placed as row in row, and also we can change the level position. So for that we need to add it here, level placement, and if I write it as top, then it will be placed on top. Similarly we have this bottom and start and end, so it is placed on bottom, and so we can also add this start and end. By default it is placed at end, so let me change the second one as start. Now if you see, and this dial, this one is placed at the start. So these are the basics of radio buttons in some Material UI React. So you can go through the documentation to find more examples, and you can also customize it as you want. For now, if you have any queries or questions, please drop one comment and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.